Scanning to drones located. Terminate the wall generator.
Hi, I'm Jesse Marciniak, and this is a breakdown of the audio implementation for Zenith Echo's Ascent, a sci-fi game project made possible by the Game Audio Institute. This video walks through how the audio was built in Wwise, integrated in Unity, and designed as a spatial mix using Dolby Atmos. Now, the goal for this project was to create a sense of immersion and spatial awareness within a sci-fi environment. The idea was to make the player feel surrounded by machinery, digital systems, and environmental movement, not just left and right, but throughout a full physical 3D space. To support that, the system was designed in Wwise with spatial placement in mind from the start and implemented in Unity to respond directly to player movement and actions. The ambience system is built in Wwise using layered looping containers and spatial emitters placed throughout the environment. The system's broken into three main parts: base environmental beds for overall tone, directional elements like machinery and movement, and additional layers that activate based on gameplay or location. Each element is placed as a 3D object in Unity, with attenuation and spatial behavior handled through Wwise. This keeps the environment grounded in the space, rather than functioning as a single background track. Now, for interactivity, gameplay-driven audio is handled through Wwise events triggered in Unity. For example, the visor glitch at the beginning is triggered through a Wwise event and layered with modulation. The shield system uses start and stop events tied to player input, and the UI sounds are implemented as non-spatial audio, 2D, to maintain clarity. These events are triggered through scripting, allowing the audio to respond directly to player actions and game states. This keeps the system reactive, rather than purely linear. In Unity and Wwise, it's already standard to place sounds as 3D objects in the world with position and spatial behavior tied to the player. But what Dolby Atmos adds is a different approach to rendering that spatial audio specifically. Without Atmos, those sounds are typically mixed down into fixed speaker layouts like stereo or 5.1. But with Atmos, sounds can be treated as objects that are dynamically rendered depending on the playback system. This allows the spatial relationships designed in Wwise to translate more consistently across different setups, whether that's stereo, surround, or even a full Atmos system if you can afford it. Wwise handles the real-time audio logic and interactivity, while Atmos handles how that spatial mix is actually reproduced. Here's a short gameplay section showing that system in action. Listen for the environmental layering, the sense of space around the player, and how gameplay sounds like the shield and visor remain clear within the mix.
Drone shows signs of aggression, can cause injury, maiming, or death. Engaging in shared protocol. You can do it, custodian. Scanning to drones located. Terminate the wall generator. Drone shields offline. This implementation pairs Wwise-driven interactivity with a spatial mix designed to translate consistently across playback systems using Dolby Atmos. Special thanks to the Game Audio Institute and Dolby for providing the resources and framework that made this project and lesson possible.